Hey, welcome to Telltale Tuesday. Today we are going to talk about pen names. So a lot of you want to write with pen names but don't know if you can. So pen names have been around for a long time and a lot of the writers that we know of use pen names. And so some authors were writing against the church. They were writing against about things that their clients wouldn't approve of. And some of them just wanted to reach a different type of audience. A lot of women were actually hiding their identities behind pen names like J.K. Rowling, E.L. James, and George Eliot in order to appeal to an audience they were targeting, or in some cases, to be able to be published. So pen names are not necessary. They can help you hide your identity, in some cases sell more books or reach a wider audience. So let's look at some famous pen names before we dive into how to use pen names. So a lot of people you know, like Mark Twain, George Eliot, Lewis Carroll, Voltaire, Dr. Seuss, J.K. Rowling, E.L. James, George Orwell, and Lemony Snicket are all pen names. So the first thing you want to do when you're thinking of creating a pen name is to create one. So in some cases, you can use your initials. So in my case, I might become K.R. Falandes or R.K. Falandes. I might want to mess around and adjust the way my initials appear. And you can do the same. So use your initials to see if a cool pen name comes up. You can also reference something you love. So do you love sunflowers, Halloween, pictures, ice cream? See if there's a way you can incorporate those. So like S flower or KR Halloween. I mean, these are awful names, but I see sunflower. Okay, whatever it is. See if you can do that. You can also use a street you used to live on. So like KR Bending Bow or K Rose Bending Bow or KR Fourth. KR Carvalhosa, whatever it is. You can also use a nickname. So do people call you Busy, Tiny, Callie? Whatever your nickname is, you can use it. I'm also dropping a couple of resources that you can use below to start to generate some ideas. Once you have a name, you'll want to run a search both on Google and on the trademark electronic search system, which is also called TESS. So you want to make sure that no one else is using the pen name, that the pen name is not already registered. And once you're sure that you can use a pen name, you're going to want to file a form called a fictitious business name, an FBN, or a doing business as, a DBA. So you're going to want to fill out a form so that legally you can use that name. And then, of course, you're going to want to register at the Copyright Office properly. So when you register, you can leave your real name blank, enter your pseudonym, note that it's a pseudonym, and of course, leave out your real name. You may also want to talk to an attorney if you're nervous about how this could influence any business dealings under that name. Obviously, I'm not an attorney, so this is just for informational purposes only. And then once you've decided on a name and you've registered at the Copyright Office and you've registered your DBA or your FBN, you are going to want to set up your online presence. So get your domain name, Instagram account, Twitter handle, Facebook page, and any social accounts so you can actually interact with people under your fictitious name. And of course, you're going to want to market under your pen name, but register taxes under your legal name. So obviously you're going to have to pay taxes. But since your pen name isn't associated with a social security number, you're going to want to submit taxes under your legal name, and that also includes any taxes required from book sales. But again, talk to an attorney if you have questions about that. And then finally, if you're submitting your work to agents or editors and you want to include a pen name, you are going to include both your real name and your pseudonym when you submit. And finally, be careful. So if you wouldn't do something under your legal name, don't do it under your pen name. Some authors want to try to get around their contracts, defame ex-friends, or use a pen name for illegal or dangerous activities. But you can still get in trouble for things like tax fraud, contract breaches, and defamation of character, just like you would if you were writing under a pen name. So as always, be careful. If you have other questions, feel free to email me. Again, you can always talk to a lawyer to make sure you are doing the right thing. And then go ahead, write under your pen name, submit under your pen name, register under your pen name, and let me know if you have questions.